What specifically do women contribute in a relationship?
I think it depends on every relationship, but I feel like nurturing a lot.
Nurturing and the support and just kind of whatever you think like a woman does. I know that sounds kind of sexist, but honestly, women and men have their own roles, and some of the roles of women are more you're nurturing and you're supportive.
You can cold approach women if you want. Just walk up to them, try flirting, try and get their phone number, and occasionally you'll be successful. But the likelihood that that girl that you just randomly approached on the street is a high quality woman is extremely low. Now, I'm not having a go at PUA. I actually think that game and the basics of pickup are important for every man to learn. You should learn how to cold approach people because it's going to build social confidence. It's going to help you deal with rejection. These are important skills to have, no doubt, but truthfully speaking, if you're looking for a high quality woman, somebody to be in a long-term relationship with, then just approaching strangers on the street is a bad use of your time. The success rates are terrible, and the chances that you meet a high quality woman who you feel a genuine connection to just by chance is extremely low. One of the great things about the private consultations that I do over Skype is that they double as market research for me. They let me know what are the problems that guys are struggling with when it comes to dating and relationships. One of the most common questions that I get asked again and again is, where do I find high quality women? The answer to this question on where to meet high quality women is not flashy. It's not some incredible revelation, but here's the truth. If you want to meet high quality women, you do it through your social circle, through your friends. It seems obvious, but allow me to explain precisely why it has to be this way. You see, a lot of guys are interested in having a girlfriend, but they don't have an active social life. They live lonely lives of isolation. They might work hard, but that's basically all they do. They go to work, they come home, they watch TV or play some video games, they go to sleep, and then they repeat the whole thing again the next day and the next week and the next month. They don't have a thriving social life. What friends they do have are all men, and they're probably the same guys that they went to high school with, and they're kind of no-hoper dudes who are going nowhere in their lives. Basically, their social life is non-existent, and yet they still expect to have a successful dating life. In the hierarchy of relationships, first comes your relationship with yourself. If you have low self-esteem and a bad relationship with yourself, you're not going to have functional relationships with other people. So you need to sort out your relationship with yourself first. That's the bottom of the pyramid. The next step up is relationships with other people, friends. If you have no friends, or the only friendships that you do have are toxic and dysfunctional, then how do you expect to cope with an intimate relationship, which is so much deeper? So you need to fix your relationship with yourself and your relationship with your friends. And then, and only then, can you expect to have a decent, intimate relationship with somebody. You're not going to be able to magically skip a step. You can't go from having no friends to this beautiful, functioning, healthy, romantic relationship. It's not going to work. And now, let me explain why meeting women through friends is infinitely more effective than things like dating apps or cold approach. This is how it works, but be aware, you're only going to succeed with this if you're a high quality guy. That's the prerequisite. If you're not a high quality guy, then you can't get a high quality woman. She's not going to date down for you. She's not going to be in a relationship with you as a favor. Not going to happen. But if you are a high quality guy and you follow this advice, you'll be able to get a girlfriend. So you might be single at the moment, but if you're a high quality guy, then it would be natural to assume that you have high quality friends. In your social circle, there should be 5 to 10 other guys who are confident, ambitious, high value guys just like you. If they're high quality guys, then it's likely that they're going to have high quality girlfriends. This is how it works. Like attracts like. So when you go out to parties, restaurants, board games nights, whatever it is, your friends will bring their girlfriends, who in turn will bring their female friends. By this same principle, their friends are also likely to be high quality women. These are not random strangers off the street. These are people who are socially approved parts of your social circle. As I said before, like attracts like, and high quality people hang out with other high quality people. So you've got to get to this stage of having a healthy, functional, dynamic social life with male friends who you respect and admire, and who have girlfriends that you also respect and admire, the kind of girls that you would like to date. Once you're at this stage, you'll only be meeting other high quality women. Your social circle will be exclusively high quality people, and every woman that you're introduced to is a potential girlfriend. So when guys ask me how to fix their dating lives, how to find high quality women, the first question I ask them is how's your social circle? What's your social life like? When I ask them about their friendship groups, 90% of the time the answer is the same. I'm not meeting any high quality women, and I'm also disappointed in my social life. My advice to them is to ignore the dating temporarily, put that on hold, and focus on fixing their social life. You could put in a crazy amount of effort, hundreds of hours going through dating apps and cold approaching women on the street, but that is a huge investment of time and energy. Wouldn't you rather get yourself into a social circle where there's exclusively high quality women? There, you could find yourself a girlfriend for a fraction of the same effort. And some guys ask me, well, how do I do that? How do I start to improve my social circle? Even though their ultimate intention is to meet more women and to find a girlfriend, I tell them they need to focus on making more male friends first. Guys can be competitive, no doubt, but we can also be really cooperative. And if you meet a really high value guy, the kind of guy who you do admire and respect, and you're getting along with him, just say to him, hey man, I think your life is fantastic. I really admire how you're doing things. I'd love to spend more time with you. If he's a genuinely high quality guy and not some egotistical douchebag, he'll appreciate your sincerity. He'll say to you, yeah man, that sounds good. Let's hang out. And you'll meet his male friends and their male friends and all of their girlfriends. And suddenly you're where you need to be. You find yourself in a world where every single woman that you're introduced to has already been socially vetted by people whose opinions you respect and admire. You suddenly find yourself with an abundance of dating choices because every woman that you meet is a high quality woman. Not only is this a better use of your time than going on dating apps or cold approaching on the street, but it's infinitely easier as well. If you meet somebody as a stranger, just approaching them on the street, you have to work so hard to convey any kind of social proof or status. You have to learn all these little tips and tricks and how to display these micro behaviors. And even if you do it all perfectly, the success rate with cold approach is still really, really low because let's face it, the reality is that approaching people randomly as strangers and hitting on them is not a normal thing to do. I think men should learn the basics of how to do it, but straight up, it's just not that normal. And if you want to be successful, your game has to be really, really on point. But even if you do everything right, if you meet a high quality woman, I'd say it's still unlikely you're going to be successful because really high quality women just aren't that likely to give their numbers to strangers who randomly approach them. Why would she be romantically receptive to you, some random guy who might be quite confident, but just some dude who approached her on the street, when she has an abundance of men who she meets through her social circle who are much better dating prospects that she knows she can trust because they've already been socially proofed by people who she likes? I know that what I'm saying sounds simple, but honestly, this is how it works. This is how it's worked for decades. People met their girlfriends and husbands through their friends. And as I said before, it is so much easier when done through your social circle. Women are uneasy around men that they've never met before. And a lot of pickup is designed to make a woman feel safe and comfortable by demonstrating your social status. But what if that social status was just gifted to you by the nature of the circumstances? What if you're introduced to some girl at a party by your best friend and he's like, you've got to meet this guy. He's the best dude ever. He's accomplished this. He's always there for me. I've known him for this many years. Because of that social proof that's just come to you by the nature of the circumstances, she's going to be really, really receptive to your advances because you're safe. She's not going to have those walls and those barriers that you need to, find your way around and get all tricky to try and manipulate your way in there. She's just receptive. All you need to do is not mess it up. So if this is something that you're struggling with, you're not meeting any high quality women, ask yourself this question. How is my social life? Am I doing everything that I can? Could I be making more friends? Could I be making more effort with the friends that I do have? Are my friends high quality, or should I be more discriminating about who I spend my time with? If you can see that your social life is lacking, that's what you've got to fix first. And once you do, this question of where do I find high quality women is going to be completely irrelevant. You'll only be meeting high quality women.